Hey everybody, Linus here. The Steam Deck is a fantastic piece of hardware. It's a powerful handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library on the go. But did you know you can install Windows on it too? That's right. The Steam Deck can become a full-fledged Windows PC. Imagine playing your favorite Windows-only games right in your hands. That's the power of the Steam Deck. In this guide, we'll walk you through installing Windows 11 on your Steam Deck and explore its performance. Before we begin, remember that installing Windows on the Steam Deck is a bit more involved than installing it on a regular PC. It's not rocket science, but you'll need to follow the steps carefully. But don't worry, we'll guide you through the entire process. Let's get started. All right, first things first, we need to get our hands on a copy of Windows 11. Head over to the official Microsoft website and download the Windows 11 disk image, or ISO. Make sure you choose the correct version for your system, which is most likely the 64-bit version. Now we need to create a bootable USB drive. This is what we'll use to install Windows on the Steam Deck. You'll need a USB flash drive with at least 8 GB of storage. We recommend using a high-speed USB 3.0 drive for faster installation. There are several tools available to create a bootable USB drive. Rufus is a popular and easy-to-use option. Download Rufus from a reputable source and install it on your computer. Once installed, launch Rufus and select your downloaded Windows 11 ISO file and your USB drive. Follow the on-screen instructions to create the bootable USB drive. Let's install Windows 11 on the Steam Deck. Power down your Steam Deck completely. Insert the bootable USB drive into the USB-C port. Press and hold volume down and power buttons. Hold until the boot menu appears. Use volume buttons to select EFI USB device. Press power to select it. The Steam Deck will boot from the USB drive. Follow the on-screen instructions to install Windows 11. The installation might take a while, so be patient. Once complete, follow the setup wizard to personalize settings and connect to Wi-Fi. Section 4, setting up Windows 11 drivers, updates and essential configurations. Okay, so we've got Windows 11 up and running on the Steam Deck. Now let's get everything set up properly. First things first, drivers. Drivers are essential software that allow your operating system to communicate with the hardware components. Without the right drivers, things like your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and graphics card won't work correctly. You can usually find the necessary drivers on the manufacturer's website. In this case, you'll need to visit the Valve website and download the drivers specifically designed for the Steam Deck running Windows. Once you've downloaded the drivers, install them one by one. It's usually a good idea to install the network driver first, as this will allow you to connect to the internet and download any necessary updates. After installing the drivers, it's essential to check for Windows updates. Microsoft regularly releases updates that include bug fixes, security patches and performance improvements. To check for updates, open the Settings app and go to Update and Security. Click on Windows Update and then click on Check for Updates. Download and install any available updates. With the drivers and updates installed, we can move on to some essential configurations. Section 5, Gaming Performance on Windows 11, Benchmarks and Gameplay Experience. Alright, let's talk gaming performance. The Steam Deck with Windows 11 can handle a surprisingly wide range of games. Don't expect to run the latest AAA titles at ultra settings and 60 frames per second. But for older games, indie titles and some modern games with settings turned down, it holds its own. We tested popular games like Grand Theft Auto V, The Witcher 3, and Doom Eternal at 720p resolution with medium and low settings. Cyberpunk 2077 ran with reduced settings. Battery life is around 2 to 3 hours depending on the game. Overall, the gaming performance on Windows 11 is impressive for a handheld device. It's a great option for gaming on the go or for playing less demanding titles. Section 6, Pros and Cons. Weighing the benefits and drawbacks of Windows 11 on Steam Deck. Now let's weigh the pros and cons of running Windows 11 on the Steam Deck. Let's start with the good stuff. The biggest advantage is access to a wider library of games. With Windows, you can play games that aren't available on SteamOS, including games from other launchers like Epic Games Store, GOG, and even Xbox Game Pass. Another advantage is the familiarity of Windows. If you're used to using Windows on your PC, you'll feel right at home on the Steam Deck. You can install your favorite apps, browse the web, and even do some light work on it. However, there are also some drawbacks to consider. The biggest one is the complexity. Installing and setting up Windows on the Steam Deck is more complicated than using SteamOS. You need to be comfortable with BIOS settings, drivers, and troubleshooting. Another drawback is the battery life. Windows is more power-hungry than SteamOS, so you'll get shorter battery life when gaming or running demanding applications. And finally, not all games will work perfectly. Some games might have compatibility issues, while others might require some tweaking to get running smoothly. Section 7. Conclusion. Is Windows 11 on the Steam Deck right for you? So, is installing Windows 11 on the Steam Deck the right move for you? Well, it depends. If you're comfortable with a bit of tinkering and you value access to a wider library of games, then it might be worth considering. It essentially transforms your Steam Deck into a more versatile, handheld PC. However, if you prefer simplicity and ease of use, or if you're mainly interested in playing games from your Steam library, then sticking with SteamOS is probably the better option. Ultimately, the decision is yours. We hope this guide has given you a better understanding of what's involved in installing and using Windows 11 on the Steam Deck. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more tech tips, reviews, and tutorials. And as always, thanks for watching.